morning, good morning.
Hello,
The
everyone.
sun is out this
You're
morning.
live with us.
The sun is not out this morning.
The sun is not
Here.
out this morning.
It is
Good
snowing.
morning, everyone. Welcome to the Nursing School Show. We are here to answer your nursing school questions.
Hi, Nia.
Christina,
Good morning.
Matthew.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. We are talking about
Hello.
fun things today. We are
Yeah.
talking about the NCLEX. We are talking about
That new one.
the new NCLEX.
The next gen NCLEX.
We are also answering questions, so be sure to pop in the comments below and ask your questions, your nursing school related questions. We were
Hi, everyone.
we were talking, or we got a lot of questions, and we get a lot of questions about the NCLEX on Monday. So we are going to jump in and talk about that here in a little while. So stick around.
Hi, Patty. Hi, Ariel.
Follow, hit subscribe, hit the bell,
Gorgeous.
all that stuff to get going in the beginning of our lives. So be sure to do that. Also, if you have not yet, be sure to check out and join the membership Nursing SOS membership community. It is open this week only. It closes on Friday. So be sure to check that out. It is in the link in Christina's bio on Instagram, on YouTube. I'll pop it in the comments, but it's nursingschoolofsuccess.com/join. If you need help, if you need guidance, if you need a community to come around you to support you throughout your nursing school journey, go ahead and jump on that.
Yes. Oh, well, apparently my phone is going to buzz. Sorry about that, friends.
Okay.
Let's turn that off. Okay, something I want to mention is we have one of the bonuses for tonight is our pharmacology flashcard. So when you join the community by tonight, you guys, the deadline is tonight to join to get these flashcards. So they're pharmacology flashcards. These are the ones from our box, but they're basically the same. You'll get a pack of 10 digital ones. I'll just show you them as an example. It's not these exactly, but they are very similar to this. And so there's a pack of 10 digital flashcards that I want to send to you tonight for pharmacology. And pharmacology is what we're going to talk about today as well. Can you make notes?
Right.
Because we've gotten some really great comments coming in.
All right.
Someone asked about, where did it go? Overcoming anxiety. Let's talk about that. Hello.
Okay.
How to make nursing school easier. Let's talk about that.
Overcoming anxiety. How do I spell anxiety? I have anxiety. Okay.
And then
overcoming anxiety. What else?
What was the second thing I said? Oh, how to make nursing school easier.
Oh, okay.
And then Hussy.
Okay.
Yeah. YouTube, what you got? Do you have questions? All right.
Hesse. All right,
Yeah,
good.
Hesse.
Those are great. You know, Instagram seems to always be on top of it with the questions.
Pharmacology. Someone just asked about pharmacology. Let's talk about pharmacology.
So YouTube, get on that. What are your questions? Let us know. It is easier on YouTube because I can just copy and paste. On Instagram, Christine needs to tell me. I need to type it down. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. How to remember information.
Pharmacology.
I guess that's a great question.
How to remember information.
Okay, we're going to talk about it.
Yes, everyone. Let's jump into it.
Okay, so we promised you on Monday that the first thing that we would talk about today is the NCLEX. The NGN, if you will. MedSearch, that's a good question. Take that one in. Okay. We'll see how many we get to today. Good job, friends.
And so, I don't know, on Monday, I saw a lot of questions coming in about talk about NCLEX or what about the NCLEX, but nothing like specific. Like, what do you want to know about the next generation NCLEX, question. Or what do you want to know about the NCLEX specifically? I am curious. So I know that the NCLEX is on top of everyone's mind, but more specifically, what would you like to know about it? Yes. We all know that there is a NGN, a next generation NCLEX, and we have talked about in the past what's going to change, what's going to stay the same. So let's start with that. But while that's happening, let us know specifically, what do you want to know about NCLEX?
Yes. And while you are thinking about your questions, I will just mention a few things. It comes out in April. So if you are taking the NCLEX before like mid-April, I'm sure they have a date set for it. I've just heard April. So if you're taking it before April, you're taking the current one. If you're taking it after April or later, you're taking the new one. So first things first, friends, there's a lot of freak out about the next gen NCLEX, and I don't want you to freak out about it because here's why. Nursing content is nursing content, and if you understand the nursing content, you're going to be able to apply it to whatever exam they throw at you, whether it be, someone asked about HESI earlier, ATI exams, the HESI exit exam, the current NCLEX, the new NCLEX, whatever. The nursing content has not changed, so what you are learning about does not change. It's simply the way that they're testing you. And so on this, the new NCLEX, this NGN, the next gen NCLEX, what they're doing is the majority of things that is changing is that they're giving you more patient situations, more case scenarios, and then you have to critically think through what, that patient situation, and answer the question based on that specific patient situation. So I was talking to one of our members the other day. It's more specific. It's more patient specific, these questions that they're giving you. So it's actually really cool. If you guys can DM me on Instagram, I have a video that I want to send you from the makers of the NCLEX. So they put out this video about the changes, and I have it. I can send it to you. But it's really cool to kind of see what they're changing, because you can actually flip through a patient's chart on each of the questions. So it has like patient history, their lab values, their presenting problems, their medication list. Like you can actually, and you click through all these tabs. And then from that patient chart, so basically they're giving you a patient chart. From that chart, then you can answer the questions that they give you. So it's kind of cool. It's like they give you a lot more information.
So, like Christina said, nursing content is nursing content, and nursing is nursing. And so want to really make sure your mindset is clear on that too when you, at the end of the day, like any exams, but also the NCLEX too, like why are they giving you this exam? It's not to trick you, it's not to make sure that you don't become a nurse, it's not to make it inordinately hard and just to stress you out and give you so much anxiety. No, the point of that is so that they can gauge how good of a nurse you're going to be. And all these changes to the NCLEX, this isn't the first change. There's been changes to the NCLEX before. All these changes are just an ongoing effort to try and more accurately see how you're going to act as a nurse. And so this latest iteration is even more so that way. So like Christina said, more patient-oriented, the fact of giving you something that's more chart-like to look through a patient's things, the different kinds of questions that they ask, or the different styles of questions, just gets to a point where they can see how you're going to act in a nursing environment, because nursing is nursing, and you want to be the best nurse that you can possibly be. They want you to be the best nurse you can possibly be. So it's not to trick you, it's not to make things harder for you, it's really to push you to become the best nurse possible.
Yes. And something that I learned in nursing school about the NCLEX that I thought was really helpful is to think about as a safety exam. It's a safety exam. They just want to know that you're safe, that you can provide safe, competent nursing care. That's it. It's just a safety exam. And that was really helpful for me when our instructors told us that in nursing school. It's like, oh, okay, I can be safe. If you can be safe, okay, you'll pass the NCLEX. And then also, what's really important to know is that the NCLEX doesn't test you on crazy things. The NCLEX is a entry level. It's the competency that you have to have as an entry level nurse. It is not some like crazy stuff. It is just like, here's the baseline. Here's what you need to know to, just like we said, be a competent, safe nurse right out of the gate. So entry level, okay? So don't freak yourself out. Just like what Matthew was just saying, like a lot of it's on mindset. Like, don't freak yourself out about it. You know more than you think you do. You really do. You know more than you realize. You can absolutely pass the NGN. Someone just asked when it's starting. It's starting in April. So really, like, March is next week. So a month. It starts in about a month. Yeah, pretty amazing.
Yeah, so really,
we've been talking about it for
that's
like 2 years.
And then again, what Christina says, as long as you're studying the methods that we tell you about in the membership community, as long as you're learning these skills, as long as you're picking up that critical thinking and focusing on the things that we tell you that is the most important things to focus on, then you really don't need to worry about whether it's the old NCLEX, whether it's a new NCLEX, whether they change it in the future again, or whatever, because again, nursing content is the same. Nursing is the same.
Yeah.
So just focus on learning that content and learning how to synthesize or critically think about that information, and you'll be fine.
And yeah, I was just talking to a member. A member posted inside our community like how to get ready for it, and that is really the thing, is that inside our community, if you're a member in our community, we teach you how to critically think, and that's exactly what the NGN is going to test you on. You don't need to worry about, do it so random, crazy, whatever. Like, we teach you how to critically think. You don't have to do it yourself. You don't have to figure it out yourself. That's one of the biggest, I think, issues going to nursing school, is that everyone tells you you're supposed to know how to critically think, but no one actually teaches you how to do it. That's why we teach you inside our membership community, is because critical thinking is everything in nursing school. It's everything. That's exactly what the NGN is going to test you on. So if you're a member, like, don't worry at all. We've already taught you how to think like a nurse. That's exactly what we do. Let's see. And select all that apply questions. Someone was asking. Select all that apply questions on the NGN actually get partial credit, which is so cool. So, yeah.
Yeah, they do get partial credit, so that's a little different.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, prepping for NCLEX, like you said, just going in the membership and hang out in the membership community, and then studying.
Make sure you know all the content.
Studying what how we're telling you, and learning all the content. But what are some other ways to prep?
When you are prepping for the NCLEX, like let's say you've graduated or are about to graduate, and you are getting ready to take the NCLEX, you want to take practice tests, and you want to focus on your weaknesses. So if your weakness is pharm, if your weakness is lab buddies, those are mine. Those are the things you want to focus on. Okay, you want to focus on studying those areas, like those kind of specialties. So you don't want to study the things that you know already. Obviously, that's a waste of time. It's an easy trap, though, to fall into, because we like to feel good about ourselves. So, but try to focus your study time on the things that you are your weak areas, the things you struggle with. Now, what the benchmark that I learned in nursing school, and the one that I always tell students, is that for every 100 questions that you take, for every 100 practice questions that you take, you are ready to take the NCLEX when you are getting at least 70% of them right. So out of every 100 questions, if you're getting 70 correct, then you are ready to take the NCLEX. Sounds like a low number, but you'll be good. So that's the baseline that I learned when I was in nursing school. That's the one. I still hear it around today, but that is kind of the standard that you want to go for. If you're getting above 70% correct, then
and that's the other thing too. I'm sure there are going to be study methods like that are in line with the NGN. I'm not sure how many are out there now that actually have you studying the way that they're going to be asking you the questions. But
like the practice questions, pretty much anything is updated now.
Okay.
Like your HESI. Someone asked about HESI, right? HESI is updated. ATI is updated. It's all updated.
So the other thing that taking a lot of practice questions will do, that we've told our students as well, is that it just gets you used to it.
Yes.
Because again, there's that kind of low grade or behind, just in the back of your mind, stress of I don't know what to expect.
Yes.
So by taking a lot of these practice tests, practice questions, practice exams, by DMing Christina and getting that video on what the new NGN will look like, that will really help in curbing that kind of low grade stress that's just in the back of your mind, and getting rid of that, because you're more comfortable with at least what you're going to see, not necessarily the content, but what you're going to see. It's not going to be new. You're not going to not know what to click and how to click. You'll be more prepared. So that is the other reason for taking practice questions. It's not just to learn the content, except that is good too, but it's also learning how they're asking questions.
It just gets you in the mindset of it, really. Yeah. Okay, I want to do some member shoutouts because we didn't do it on Monday.
All right, so before we do that, just real quick, so the membership is open till Friday. Go ahead, check it out, nursingSchoolSuccess.com/join.
But if you enroll by tonight, we'll send you farm flashcards.
Digital farm flashcards, you can print them out as soon as you join the community.
It's a pack of 10.
It will help you immensely with farm, which we'll talk about here in a minute, so do not go anywhere. But really want to answer Heidi's questions really quickly. I start patho in 6 weeks, which is before nursing core. When should I join?
So Heidi, actually, that's an interesting question, because we have all the patho videos for you inside the membership community. So you can join if you want access to those patho videos. So for all our disorders and everything, we always have a patho video, and we teach it to you step by step. Like we walk you, like patho is what we do, my friend.
Mhm.
So if you need help with it, I would consider joining for sure if you think you're going to struggle with that class. The membership, we have RNs and LPNs. Our program we created it as a community for registered nursing students in an RN program. And LPNs can join, but just know that there's going to be more in there than what you'll need. Okay, because it's geared toward RN courses, which is going to be more than what you'll need in an LPN program.
Do you have an NCLEX program? Like we've been talking about the NCLEX. If you're just joining us, we talk a lot about the NCLEX and how to go about studying for the NCLEX and what the NGN will contain. As far as a specific NCLEX program, we do not have a specific NCLEX program. However, just study how we're telling you to do, learn the critical thinking like it's outlined in the membership community, and you'll do fine.
Yeah, so really our program is meant to help you pass nursing school and become the best nurse that God created you to be. So that is what we do. We get you through nursing school. We help you pass the NCLEX, obviously, because like what Matthew said, when you go through our program, like you're going to be so prepared for it. But we don't have like an NCLEX database of practice questions or anything like that.
All right, member shout outs.
All right.
From our launch this week.
Hello.
Let's go.
Welcome, Devon, Jennifer, Michelle, Danielle, Tanja, Ty, Giselle, and Shantavia.
Next page.
And Abigail, Latoya, Deanna, Janitza, Shanice, Katie, Tanya, Jennifer, Zona, and Christopher. Is that the top?
Okay, yep, that's the top.
Okay. Jasmine, Kimberly, Patience, Burke, Christina, hey! Martha, Vanessa, Taisha, Teresa, and Velma. Alexis, Natalie,
Eccentric, welcome everyone. Yes, welcome everyone.
Hello! Natalie, Kiera, December, Robin, Chantal, Katie, Christina, hey! Lindsay and Ashton. And Mary, Nicole, Katie Jane, Cassie, Mary, Tiffany, Shantae, Hilda, Stephanie, and Jonah.
Let us know if we shout you out and you're on by the ways.
Okay, we'll pause after this one. Okay. Lily, Gabriella, Lilium, Cecilia, Amanda, Holly, Jessica, Daisy, Claudia, and Isela.
All right.
Hello,
awesome.
Everyone.
So
right,
that
we'll do more in a minute.
Just a little bit. So we'll do more in a little while. So again, membership is open. Go ahead and check that out. NursingSchoolSuccess.com/join. We don't want you to miss out as it closes on Friday. If you join before midnight tonight, you get digital downloads of some of our farm flashcards.
It's a pack of 10 of them.
Pack of 10 of flashcards. So as soon as you join, you can print them out. We'll email them to you. Yeah. So that is really cool.
Yes. So those flashcards. Let's talk about pharmacology a little bit.
Yes, farm. All right, let's do farm.
Because I want you to get these flashcards because they're a really good base for what you need to know about in farm. So inside our membership community, we have our pharmacology course. We have our whole med database. So friends, you do not have to figure it out alone in nursing school. We are here to tutor you. We are here to coach you through it. We are here to walk through it with you and hold your hand through nursing school. So you do not have to figure it out alone. So on these pharmacology flashcards, I want you to get them because they'll give you, let me just hold one up. It walks you through exactly how to structure a flashcard. And really, whenever you're studying pharmacology, you want to make sure that you're focused on the mechanism of action. You guys might notice that when you look at other flashcards online or go and study pharmacology, no one ever talks about the mechanism of action, which I think is really weird because the mechanism of action is the foundation for everything else that you need to know. Like, if you don't want to memorize things in pharm, which is all of us, right? You don't want to have to memorize a whole list of side effects or nursing assessments or considerations. Like, you don't want to have to memorize a list of stuff. But in order to do that and not have to memorize a whole list, you have to understand the mechanism of action first. So the mechanism of action is how the medication acts in the body. And so when you understand the mechanism of action and how it acts in the body, you can then critically think through the side effects, through the nursing assessments, through the nursing considerations, through everything else that you need to know about that pharm medication. All right, so it's not about memorization. It's about critical thinking. So this is everything we teach you inside our community. You have to know how to critically think. So I definitely just really encourage you to join before tonight so you get that pack of 10 digital pharmacology flashcards. So you kind of have a base on what to look for, how to structure them, and then of course you can use them to study. They're so great. So pharmacology in a nutshell, just make sure that you study and you understand the mechanism of action first. Anytime you study pharm, you have to know that mechanism of action. That will save you. Will save you on the NGN, my friend. Mark my words.
Also, when you join the membership community, we do have physical boxes.
Oh yeah. Well,
and you
these,
yeah. So Christina has the rest of our flashcards. So the
over
digital ones that you get
them.
are they're 10, but if you need more and you like the physical nature of it, we do have physical boxes. We have a pharmacology box. We also have a dose calc box
with flashcards.
And if you, as a member, you get an additional discount. So
yep, you get a discount on our shop. So hooray!
Go ahead and take a look at that. But yeah, definitely study pharm that way. Study pharmacology. Look at the mechanism of action. Learn the foundation first, and then you can build your building off of that. Because if you build a building without a foundation, everyone knows what happened to that building.
That's what Jesus said.
So be sure to
count the cost,
study pharm that way, and it will help you in the long run. For sure. Okay.
We had some really good questions come in, so
let me see. Let us jump back up to the top to overcoming anxiety.
Okay.
Stress, anxiety. So I consider like those to be maybe different levels, right? So,
yeah, stress is like.
So yeah, just keep that in mind
a
too.
Lower level of anxiety.
There are different levels, and really be honest with yourself about what you're feeling. Whether it's low grade stress, whether it's medical needed anxiety.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be sure about that first. But
medical intervention needed.
Needed anxiety, which occurs as well. So yes, overcoming anxiety, overcoming stress.
So yeah, that's a great point. Like, you need to know yourself. If you need to get, professional help, definitely do that. That's okay. Talk to your doctor, which happens in nursing school. But most often what I would say is what we see is like that kind of worry, like really worry. Like you're worried about passing your exams, or you're worried about passing nursing school, or you're worried about like everything, and it can really stop you from moving forward, right? Have you guys ever had that happen where you're just constantly worried about something, and then you're not studying, right? You're worried about failing the next exam, so you just procrastinate and you watch Netflix and you sit on the couch and don't study because you're so worried about it. It happens all the time. All the time. So that's just how our brain is wired. Our brains want to keep us safe. Our brains want to keep us comfortable. Our brains just want to do what our brains have always done. They don't want to do new things. And nursing school is a new thing, right? This is causing your brain to stretch and step outside your comfort zone. And brains don't like to do that. Brains don't want to be uncomfortable.
So it's a good old fight or flight.
Yes.
And then there's the other one,
or
right?
Freeze.
Fight, flight, freeze. So.
And then they just added another
Oh,
one.
is there another one?
And I forget what it is.
Oh, what's
Does
the other
anyone know?
one?
There's 4 now. It's
they just
fight,
keep adding it.
Flight, freeze, or
forget. I don't know. Let us know what the fourth is.
No, there's a 4th one.
But yeah, so fight, flight. So that's what Christina's talking about, flying to Netflix, or just ignoring it and just go do something else, running away. So that's that flight.
Binge eating. Anytime you find yourself eating when you didn't plan to eat, ask yourself why. Ask yourself, what are you thinking?
And the other one, freeze, right? You just don't do it, or you just cannot move forward, right? That's that freezing. Yep. So really, you want to get in that fight mode, I guess.
Yeah, like I'm gonna take this exam down.
So
man.
I guess the
fawn. That's the one. That's funny.
Fawn.
Well, what does that actually mean? I did hear a...
Like, I'm going to turn into a fawn, like a baby deer? Like that
I did
kind of
hear
fawn?
a definition of it. This was several weeks ago now.
Fawning, like longing for something. I fawn for it. Is that... I'm confused.
I think the fawn is the trauma response when you become... I could be wrong, but I think it's kind of like that Stockholm syndrome.
Okay.
When you just shut down.
Yeah, just shutting down, which is kind of like freeze. So, but I'm sure there's some nuances.
It could be wrong, but I think that's what I remember.
But anyway, so that whole response is just what your body does when it feels threatened, like a life-threatening thing, and that's something. The first thing to get over is mindset and thoughts, and working through that, because nursing school, while difficult, nursing school, while hard, is not life-threatening.
It's not.
But your body thinks it is, and so you're going to act like that. So
ask yourself
those things.
Ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst thing that can happen? I walked through this on a coaching call with one of our members. And it's always a fun question to ask, because I was like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, someone comment, tell me, what's the worst that can happen if you fail an exam? What's the worst that can happen? And she was like, I fail out. All right, so what? So what? Genuinely, tell me. Like, answer in the comments. So what if you fail out of this term? Then what? What are you going to do? She's like, well, I'll just try again. And I was like, great. Okay, so what if you fail out the next one? Are you just going to try again? All right. So just keep trying, right? It's so funny. And we're so wired to run away from emotions. We don't want to feel like a failure. We don't want to feel like we're not good enough. We don't want to feel like an imposter. But those are just feelings. Isn't that the wildest thing you've ever heard in your life? Like, feelings actually don't hurt you. Like, you can feel, what's so bad about feeling like a failure? Like, tell me. I feel like a failure all the time. Like, none of you remember the first live video I ever did. Because it was terrible, and it was like 6 years ago. And it was the worst. And I still remember it, and it's like, man, so traumatic. But seriously, like, what's the worst that can happen? Isn't that the craziest thing? When you actually think about it, like, the worst thing that could happen to you is a feeling. And you can handle feelings. They're not going to hurt you. Isn't that the craziest thing? I know, it's a great question, right? So what? Ask yourself, so what? So what? So you guys, if you're curious, this is what we do on our coaching calls inside our community. I stretch you because I want you to realize, like, how you're thinking about things is really driving a lot of your success or failure in nursing school. If you continue to tell yourself that you can't do it, you're not good enough, you're going to fail, everything's wrong, there's not enough time, all of these things, that's not helpful for you. That is not a good place to study, right? And be productive and focused. Not going to help you. Nope. Not going to help you at all. When we keep running away from those negative emotions and keep, like we said, like, what are you going to do if you feel not good enough to pass your next exam? You're going to watch Netflix. You're going to binge eat, right? You're going to just find yourself in front of the TV. Or you're going to find yourself eating something that you didn't plan on eating, right? That is what we do. But you have to catch yourself doing that, okay? And then ask yourself why. Why am I doing this? Why am I not doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now? Right? It's just so often, I would say like 99.9% of the time, it's because we are trying to avoid feeling a certain feeling. But feelings will not hurt you. Gotta get over that, friends. Gotta get over that.
So the base question, or kind of backing up to the original question or original topic of overcoming anxiety, it really starts with that, is mindset work and thought work, and feel the feelings, and realize that it does not have to control how you act, and you can change your feelings as well.
So what if you're scared? Do it anyway. So what if you're stressed? Do it anyway. So what? Just ask yourself that question, like, so what? What happens if I fail this exam? Like, so what? So what if I fail this term? So what? Like, you just try again. Right? Isn't that the craziest thing? It just blows my mind. Yes.
Now, in addition to that, another reason why there is anxiety or more stress, like we were talking about a little earlier, the stress of not knowing what's on the NCLEX or not knowing what's happening, the not knowing, or just having a list of tasks to do, or just an ongoing background stuff that is in your mind that you're working through. All of that builds up a little by little onto your stress. So another way to help alleviate that, beyond mindset work, which is definitely probably the first step in fixing everything, but beyond that, also try and automate or try and get rid of tasks like during the season of nursing school. So plan about things. This is just a season, so during the season, what are you going to do to try and offload as much as possible from your plate so you can focus on nursing school?
Yes.
Because nursing school, well, first again, back to the mindset, first you need to determine how much of a priority nursing school is and how much focus you should have on nursing school. And whatever you decide, that is your decision. But
didn't we talk about that a little on Monday?
Yeah,
so
a little bit.
They can go back to that.
Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, definitely go back on Monday's live. But we do talk about that, about getting rid of things and what to do to focus fully on nursing
school. How much
to
study and all that. We talked about that on Monday. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, make sure you plan as much as possible. We do want to, try. Obviously, you don't want to set yourself up for failure. That is a whole self-sabotage thing. Oh man, we talk about that at length inside the community because it's so common. When you feel nervous, when you feel anxious, you will self-sabotage your own success without even knowing it. Our members do it all the time. And so that's what our coaching calls are for inside our community, where I bring you on video and I literally coach you in real time and we figure out why you are sabotaging your own success.
And I'd say that that's probably the last thing to talk about with this is get yourself a community. Get yourself people that understand what you're going through. That is a big part of the membership community. We have a private community forum where people just go and talk about their problems and work through it.
We're here to help.
And we are here to help. So especially here to help, Christina has coaching calls for our members to walk through all this mindset stuff in more detail. So that's really important. But also just having a group, a community, knowing that you're not alone, knowing that you can lean on other people, that is tremendously helpful as well.
Little Vic, very true. I'm 3.5 months away from graduating the BSN program I'm in, and I have major imposter syndrome. Yup, that's so common, my friend. Get inside the membership. I'd love to coach you on that. Yes. So, friends, next week we're on our season break for our live videos. So Monday and Wednesday we will not be here at our normal time next week because we're on our season break, and then after we'll call it a season break, although we don't really name our seasons.
Yeah, we don't really name our seasons, and it's just for a week, so it's more like just a little hiatus or whatever.
A little break. And then the following week, though, in March, what do we want to talk about then?
Okay,
what did we not hit today?
So the overcoming anxiety kind of hit a little bit on making nursing school easier.
Yeah, that's
true. A little bit on preparing for nursing school. Get your mindset prepared. That's the biggest thing to prepare for nursing school.
How to remember information.
How to remember information. Yeah, that's a really good one. So we'll talk about that, and working during nursing school too.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah. Working during nursing school. Let's talk about that in when we come back. So that will be you guys. Yeah, next week is our break week from these lives. We do take a break week periodically. So next week will be a break week, but then we will be back with you the following week, Monday and Wednesday. I forgot to do the rest of the.
Okay, let's do the rest of the shout outs, and then we will. Yeah, we'll do that first. All right, ready?
Okay.
And go ahead.
Hi, welcome to the community. Renee, Katie, Nemo, Maureen, Jemena, Whitney, Lizana, Kimberly, Renucheka. Ooh, that's nice. Gwendolyn. And if I don't say your name, go back because we did shout outs earlier in this live too. So if you joined and you're not on here, that's okay. Okay.
And if you just joined and you're kind of back, then wait because we have more shout outs.
Oh, yeah. Kimberly, Catrell, Lajima, Lori, Kalena, Justine, Elizabeth, Jennifer, Maria, and Chanel. And Mai, and Alyssa, Anne, Christina, Amy, Tankai, Emily, Lorraine, Mai, and Pima.
Okay.
Yay! Okay.
And I think we're caught up for now. Maybe?
Welcome to the Nursing SS membership
Welcome,
community, all you new friends.
So, a couple things. Yes, membership community is open. Be sure to check it out. NursingSchoolSuccess.com/join. Also, like Christina,
links in my bio on
Instagram bio. We are taking a 1 week break from lives, but we do lives Monday and Wednesday mornings. This time, around 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern.
Yes.
Right? Did I get it right? Yay!
Are we gonna keep the same time when we come back from our break?
Let's keep the same time, and why don't you pop in the comments whether this is a good time or when is a good time for you guys, if this is not a good time. And we will do that, but when we come back, it will be the same time. So be sure to follow, like, subscribe, hit the bell, hit all the things for YouTube and Instagram, so you are going to be reminded when that happens. Also, all our previous lives, you can always take a look at them on YouTube.
Under the live tab, YouTube has changed things. So now there's like a live tab and a shorts tab. So like make sure you click the live tab, or you might not see that.
All our lives are under the live tab in YouTube.
We had some students who were wondering.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, because it's like a new thing. So live, like click the live tab on YouTube and it's there. All of our previous lives, like all of the ones, I mean, we've been doing this live show for what? 3 years now?
Yeah, it's been a while now.
It's been about 2.5, 3 years.
So if you still have questions about NCLEX, there are a couple detailed NCLEX lives where we actually talk about all the different kinds of questions that they ask. So that's really good. Like we said on Monday, we talked about how to clear out space and work more efficiently. So definitely take a look at that.
How many hours to study? We talked about all that on Monday.
Yeah.
Yep.
So take a look, take a listen, and join us again next time.
Yes, we will see you back on, I want to give a date. What's the date?
It is going to be in March.
So March 6th. So next week we're taking a week off for our season break. And then we'll be back on March 6th. Yes. Monday. Cuckoo ka-choo.
All right.
All right, friends.
Take care, everyone.
Bye. Have a great rest of your week.
We'll see you inside the membership community, right?
See you inside.
Right?
It's going to be so fun. All right. Bye, you guys.
See ya.
Have a great week. Bye. Ta-ta.